orgasmic yoga is that when we mix different practices like qigong and yoga and fitness and all these different ways that we can connect to our body, how we can then include, as I've said many times now, but I will keep repeating this, how we include the genitals in that wholeness. So we bring the heart and the genitals into connection. So it's why it's called mindful masturbation, because it's bringing our deeper connection to the wholeness of who we are. It's a celebration of life, of breath, of movement, of sound, of this very magnificent body that we've been given, that we often just give to somebody else or abuse and treat with so much internal violence. Communication that we mostly have for many people that I meet along this path is really violent communication. Judging ourselves, putting ourselves down, not giving ourselves any time for touch, caress, and then wanting to go into a relationship and expect somebody else to know how we want to be loved. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. And tell me if it does. If you listen to this video and you say it does, tell me if it works. I'm pretty certain most of you will be agreeing, because it doesn't work. If I know how to love myself and touch myself and caress myself and give myself time, like he's saying, what does that do for me? That gives me more ability to communicate my needs, my wants, my desires, my requests, my requirements. It gives me a sense of groundedness, right? Sovereignty. I love myself and that I'm worthy of loving. So then that puts out a message that I'm worthy of loving. So when somebody meets you, they're already feeling that frequency, like, wow, here's a person worthy of love, right? It's allowing other people to shine their light, you know, because you're taking responsibility for yourself. So the person that you come into your space and go, wow, oh wow, I can take time for myself.
Yeah, it's very empowering for everybody.
Right. Yeah. So it's that simple sense of coming back to self. I love what you said. Come back to the self. Love yourself fully, and then share your completeness with others. That's what we do in our friendship. We do in our relationships. I'm not coming to you with what can I get. I'm coming to you with what can I give by sharing my wholeness, my completeness with you, and giving you an invitation to share that, and then together we can elevate. Do you see the difference? The difference in that. Yeah. So, you want to add anything to that, or is that brought anything up in closing?
I think the willingness to explore orgasmic yoga with my partner as well.
Right. Right. Thank you for that.
Because spontaneously in the second week, I think it was, we did a session together, and it's very interesting to be in such an intimate space of where you normally relate very physically, to actually be relating with yourself in the presence of the other.
Exactly.
And that I think can create a lot of respect and honouring and appreciating and just bringing presence to each other's bodies and witnessing each other, and I don't know, I think it can be really beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm just going to say is, and I'm so happy that Jack brought that up. Dara and I have done that, and we still do it, and there's such a beauty when you, one of the keys with the orgasmic yoga, if you are doing it with your partner, it's just a key point, is that during you really do what Jack said earlier, you stay with yourself to the whole end of the practice, till you get to the erotic journal and the meditation, that and you breathe.
Hard, no?
Yes, before you start looking over at your partner and getting a bit frisky, and then like all of a sudden the orgasmic yoga turns into, you know, dual cultivation. It's got to be solo cultivation first, and then at the end sharing. That was a point that was given to us in the training. But I think what you're saying is absolutely 100%. I agree, because it brings an honouring and a respect, and there's also something really beautiful for those out there practicing with their partners, of honouring and witnessing your partner in the way that they really choose to explore their bodies. So profound.
Wow. It brings up, because I haven't done it yet, but in the witnessing of your partner and how they touch themselves can inspire you when you touch them.
Yes.
You're like, okay, this is how they are with themselves. So,
yes.
you know, maybe they're soft, maybe they're
right.
They're like, you know, the opposite or whatever it is. But you can see how what you give yourself sometimes, or what you give others, is what you actually want to receive.
Yes. Yeah, and actually,
we give what we want instead of giving the other person what
they want.
Actually want, because we don't know.
Exactly. Exactly. That's all I've said to you on this whole thing. Exactly. I have to say exactly many different ways. Yes, right. Exactly. No, but this is great because, you know, when I first showed Dara witnessed me and the way that I was playing with myself in this thing, she was like, afterwards, she's like, wow, like you quite physical with yourself. And I was like, yeah, I like that sometimes. It's like, wow, I didn't know you could even touch yourself like that. In that, you know, with that, it wasn't like it was aggressive, but it was really quite firm. And that also gave her a different perspective of how to caress me and how I like to be touched. Because I like firm touch. I love soft touch, but I really like, even when, you know, I like firm touch. Please.
Now, what it brings up is the dissolution of the self in that moment, because when we're, and I see this in myself, when you're exploring with your partner, and you wanna, your mind or your ego wants to be the one who discovers what she likes or thinks it should know. Like, I think I should know what she likes, and it just occurs spontaneously without her having to tell me. And if she tells me, it's like, oh, you know, it's like, I don't know, I'm not good enough, or blah blah blah. So you've really got to die in that moment of not just witnessing but receiving. Yeah, I'd like to be touched like this, I'd like to receive this. Can you maybe do it this way? Can you do it a little bit softer? And it's not that you're doing it wrong, it's just communication to make it even better, right?
Exactly.
So how can this be better?
How can this be even better?
How can this be better?
Yeah. Softer, firmer, slower, faster, how can this be even better?
Getting to know each other and letting go of the self that wants to be right or know how to pleasure someone else, because it becomes egotistical.
Right.
I want to pleasure you in the way that I want to pleasure you because I know best.
Yes.
And I want to take you to the orgasm.
Yes.
And
I want to take you to
I want to feel
ecstasy.
like a fucking champion. You
Right.
know?
Right. Which is so deeply egoic and causes so much confusion.